So we are actually skipping chapter 18, as I mentioned in the beginning, briefly, because the chapter 18 is full of vadas. Okay, vada means hypothesis, right? So Vivarta Vada, that's a hypothesis actually invented by Sri Shankaracharya for some purpose. So now that is also called Mayavada. We are completely opposite to it. Dvaita Vada means actually Sri Madhvacharya actually brought this one, and then the Vasishtha Dvaita Vada, Sri Ramanujacharya actually brought that. Dvaita Advaita Vada, Sri Nimbaditya Acharya brought that, and Sutta Advaita Vada, Sri Vishnu Swami actually brought that. All these are Vadas. They are not, they are hypotheses. In science we have, something called hypothesis. So hypothesis is actually not actually proven, but it is actually most probably it's actually right. So, but that's why it's called Vada. It is not a Tattva. So now if you see the Mayavada, one, we and God are one. We are God. Okay, that means one. Dvaita Vada is no. They are, we are two. Okay, Jiva is different and Bhagavan is different. Okay, so that is Dvaita Vada. And then other one actually mix up these two in different combination. So we don't have to worry about this. Two dry subject. That is why I am actually skipping that one. If you are interested, you can actually separately read the chapter 18. But anyway, however, Ajindya Veda Abheda Tattva was the one that Lord Krishna, who is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, came and taught. This is Tattva. That means this is actually absolutely true. Absolute truth. So what is it? Achindya means it's actually we cannot understand. Veda means there is a difference. Abheda means there is no difference. It's a Tattva. What is this actually talking about is between Krishna and we the Jivatma, there is actually a difference. Veda means difference. At the same time, there is no difference. What is the Abheda? But why you are saying it is different and also the same? That is why it is called Achindya. We cannot, in the material world point of view, we cannot understand that, how it differs. So for example, I will give a small example. We all came from Krishna. Krishna has so many qualities, 64 qualities. Now, Jiva has 50 qualities, right? So this all came from Krishna only. And these 50 qualities in very, very minute amount. But whereas Lord has all the qualities. Lord has love. We also have love. So there are a lot of ways, by quality, we are actually almost like God. But what's the difference? He is majestic. His sun is actually so big, humongous, infinity. But we are minute, atom. Atom means very, very minute. That is Jiva. Jiva is actually so minute like the photons or like the light rays coming from the sun. Okay, so this is how it is actually difference. So Veda and Abheda. Okay, by quality we and Krishna have lot of things common. But the difference is he is so humongous and we are actually very, very insignificant. That's why we don't have power. But he has, with the power, he is actually manifesting so many Brahmandas and these and everything, gods, demigods, everything he can do. Okay, so that's the difference. Okay, so this is actually the real Tattva propagated by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's what we are following. We are not following any of the other ones. So now, if we see the spiritual progression towards Krishna, we read that there is actually Sambandha, Abhideya and Prayojana. What is Sambandha? Sambandha means relation. Relation through Guru. Because, we cannot have a relation straight away to God. It's not possible. You got to go through a Guru. Okay? And that Sambandha, he gives a mantra so that we are connected through Guru to the Lord, to Krishna. So unless the Sambandha Jnana comes, we have no real realization, and there is no power to really communicate to the Lord. It's just not effective at all. So the relation is actually given, but we have to reach him, reach Krishna. How will you reach? You have to do sadhana. You have to, every day morning you really get up and then do puja and to tell your mantras and offer these, do these. So there are a lot of things, sadhana is there. Saravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, so many things we'll actually see that. So that is sadhana. Sadhana means spiritual activities you have to do. Otherwise we cannot do that. Just by imagining, okay, I want to really graduate and I'm sleeping, how will you graduate? So you have to do your job. So that is the activity. Spiritual activity is called Abhideya, which is sadhana. Prayojana, what the Prayojana means, what is the goal? The goal is Krishna. So first you establish a relation through Guru, and then you do the spiritual activities with the help of Guru, so that you attain the Prayojana, which is actually Krishna. There are three major kinds. Some way you can say 4 parts. Parts means actually there are yoga. Yoga means uniting. So the different ways you are uniting our jiva to the Lord. Okay, Lord has many different forms. Okay, so karma yoga. So we are actually relating to the God, saying whatever I do, Krishna, I am doing it for you. But where will you go? You will go to heaven only. You are not going to go to Krishna directly. But his lower planetary system, that are actually heavens. Then Ashtanga yoga, you do all the Kundalini yogas and so many. This is actually very famous, right? So wonderful. But then by controlling your mind, everything, and where will you go? You will actually go to either Paramatma or the Brahma Jyoti, that is Brahman. Jnana yoga. Jnana means to try to understand what is soul, what is God, and what why we are here, what is our goal. All the knowledge, spiritual knowledge, is jnana. So using that one, people practice jnana yoga, reading so many scriptures and arguing back and forth. So that is jnana yoga. Where will they go? They will go to again Brahman only, Brahma Jyoti only. They cannot reach the Lord at that level, highest level. Whereas the bhakti yoga, by devotional activities, by love and devotion, pure love to the Lord, that is bhakti yoga. You will actually reach again, to Krishna. But bhakti yoga, there are so many different levels are there, which we will see. What are they? The 3 stages of bhakti are there: sadhana bhakti, bhava bhakti, and prema bhakti. Sadhana bhakti is when we do spiritual activities that enriches our belief and develop our relation to Krishna out of love, which is not something artificial. Every jiva has the love built in the heart, but it is dormant. It is all hidden by the dirt of all the selfishness and body consciousness. Because of all the things, it's actually not visible. But we are actually that bhakti is in every single jiva. It is there, pure form. It is there, but it's all covered by dirt of our own, with lust, greed, and anger, and all kinds of bad qualities. It's covered. That's why the bhakti is, the devotional feeling is not coming because of that. Okay, so but by doing sadhana, by spiritual activities, because Guru will really pull you. He will really chastise you to do, this many rounds you have to do without fail, and you have to do this and give the mantra. He will be really pulling your ear, chastising you. Why? Otherwise you will be sleeping. Isn't it? Somebody has to really take her up. You are like a child. And the father, mother will be instructing. You do this, go to school, study this, that, this, everything. So that is what a guru's duty. So that he will engage you in sadhana bhakti. When the sadhana goes higher and higher and matures, you will get bhava bhakti. Bhava means what? Loving affection. So you will actually start, because the dirt will go away because you do the spiritual activities. So the dirt will actually straight away go away. You won't be greedy anymore. We will see the qualities of a bhakta. There are 26 qualities, but few are actually mentioned when you are reading. So that bhava means then finally you will get attachment. Your material desires will be actually thrown out. So you will be interested only in talking about Krishna, hearing about Krishna, singing about Krishna. So that means the bhava is coming out. Then the last stage is prema bhakti. Prema bhakti means no rules and regulation. That means they are really way high all the time. Even when they are sleeping, in the dream, they are always with Krishna. This prema bhakti is actually very significant souls we can associate. What we can think of Krishna is gopis. So gopis, all the gopis, they had prema bhakti. This is the highest. And with the prema bhakti, even the Lord, even God, Krishna can be controlled. That much power is there. In fact, the Lord has given us up to the potential to reach all the way to the prema level. But what do? We are actually sticking ourselves with some silly things. I want a big house. I want 10 houses. I want this one. I want that. I want, so many things we have. This is called anarthas. Anarthas means unwanted things. You are not going to be happy, I will tell you. To go all the way, go up to Bill Gates or something. No, your heart is not going to be happy at all. It's not possible. Now, last one, the prema bhakti, which is actually pure bhakti. What is how can we really find out what exactly the pure bhakti is? Anyavilashita sunyam jnana karmadhiyanamritam anukulyena krishnanu silanam bhaktir uttama. Uninterrupted loving service without any desire of jnana or karma, but aiming only to give happiness to Krishna is pure bhakti. So, Brahman, trying to reach Brahma, and Brahma Jyoti and Paramatma realization, these are all not pure bhakti. Okay, this is very, 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 very important. And this pure bhakti and the impure bhakti, there are two things. Pure bhakti has no contamination and the other bhakti has contamination. So if you see the bhakti, contaminated bhakti are, based, they have the tinge of karma and jnana. So if the bhakti is mixed with karma, it's called karma mishra bhakti. They will reach heaven. If jnana is mixed with bhakti, it's called jnana mishra bhakti and they will reach Brahma Jyoti. If it is pure bhakti, what will do? That's called also called Suddha Bhakti. Then you will get Krishna Prema. Krishna Prema is the one that actually takes you to Krishna, which is very, very high level. Right? So Jnanis also say Bhakti, but it's not even Bhava Bhakti. It's all artificial. Karmis also say, Bhakti, but it is again artificial. Right? Okay, now we also just hit in a nice topic where it was talking about the distinct characteristic of bhakti. Kleshagni Subhadha, we just read that already. So, Kleshagni means she destroys all kinds of distress. And Subhadha means she awards all kinds of good fortune. Moksha Laguta Krit, she makes Brahman liberation insignificant. Sudarlabha, she is rarely achieved. Sandrananda Vishetatma, he is actually, she is imbued with superior pleasure, and then finally the Sri Krishna Mahakarshani, she is the sole means to attract Krishna, as I mentioned. That is relevant to the Prema Bhakti. So first one is Kleshagni. Bhakti destroys three kinds of distress. Sin, any sin that you have committed, that will be destroyed. And if there is any inclination to commit sinful activity, that is called seed of the sin, or papa bija. So sin means papa. Then avidya means ignorance. Ignorance about what? The spiritual position of us. So the things will be destroyed by bhakti. When you have bhakti, all the sin are actually going to be automatically, wiped out. Then Subhada, bhakti awards all good fortunes. What are the good fortunes? Humility, compassion, free from pride, honor others. Okay, so these are actually very, very high qualities, and when one develops bhakti, automatically he will think that he is actually a servant of the God. So he actually positioned oneself as a lowest of lower. Because if you see the Shastra, it says that one should think that even he is lower than the blade of grass. So that is humility. Compassion. You have to really, really be kind to others and free from pride. The pride. I am this one. I am big. So that won't really come. Then at the same time, bhakta will be always giving honors to others. They will not really expect any honor for themselves. So they will always, but at the same time, they will give honor to others. These are not the ordinary qualities. These are actually very top qualities which are actually called good fortunes. So bhakti awards that. That is subhada. Then the third one is moksha laguta krit. Krit means brahman realization. Basically, merging into the Brahma Jyoti, that is called krit. Moksha lakuta bhakti means that kind of liberation is actually makes insignificant. Lakuta means insignificant. So how is that? Because unalloyed love for Krishna is like an ocean of happiness. If someone gets one drop of it, the whole world can drown in that drop. It is not befitting to express such a love of Godhead. Yet a madman must speak. But even though he speaks, no one believes him. That means a bhakta cannot be understood by others. Suppose somebody is in prema, he will be called a mad person. So because he is immersed into the real bhakti, and which makes very supremely happy and makes this moksha just insignificant. Then sudurlabha, bhakti is rarely achieved. Most of the time, Bhakti Devi will give only Sayujya Mukti, that means Brahman realization. Because even if you have Bhakti, because it may be Karma Mishra Bhakti or Jnana Mishra Bhakti, right? And not pure Bhakti. Unless one has the pure Bhakti, they will, where will they go? They will go to still Brahman only. So even though we are saying Bhakti will give Lord, but Bhakti Devi is not, she is not going to give that easily. One has to be really qualified. That's why we really read. So unless one is really qualified to really reach the Lord, it is not possible. Okay? So this is very important. Now, next one is Sandrananda Visheshatma. Bhakti gives superior pleasure. Okay, we read something very nicely. If you take all the pleasures, all the happiness that are there in this world, and add to that with all the worldly pleasures of all the planetary system, then add all the bliss that one can get from Brahman realization, you multiply it by not just 10 million times, tens of millions of times. It won't be even equal to just one drop of the ocean of bliss from bhakti. Here bhakti means the pure bhakti. So that pure bhakti, that is prema bhakti, that is why that person becomes mad. Because when one gets that bhakti, then it is just a small little drop can really cover the it cannot even compare. Even if you multiply the other happiness by tens of million times, it cannot be compared. But what you are having is the ocean of that. Ocean of bliss. Okay? And the last one is Sri Krishna Karshani. Bhakti is the sole means to attract Krishna. Okay, there is no other way. Krishna, because people think that by doing the archana, vandana, and doing this mantra, that mantra, lot of yajnas and everything, they think that they will reach Krishna. Krishna cannot be attracted. All the karma, jnana, yoga, it has no way of even getting close to Krishna. They don't really attract at all. So this is the truth. So bhakti soul means to attract Krishna. None else can attract. Okay. Now Krishna bhakti is priceless. So what they are saying is pure devotion service in Krishna consciousness cannot be had even by pious activity in hundreds and thousands of lives. It can be attained only by paying one price, that is intense greed to obtain it. So we have to have greed. If we do not have greed, we cannot attain. Because what kind of greed? Greed for what? Greed for Krishna. Not greed for material, comfort, not for wealth, not for health, not for this. No, that is not going to attract him. Okay, so greed to obtain what? Bhakti. I want bhakti. So if it is available somewhere, one must purchase it without delay. Krishna bhakti rasa bhavita mati kriyatam yadi kuto api labhyate tatra laulyam api mulyam ekalam Janmakoti sukrutairna lapyate. So this is from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Mati Leela. And now, in the next class, we are actually going to be touching this, and then it really expands. In fact, for Gogul Bhajan, for families, this is actually a sloka that we already know that, but it will go really very deep. So in the next class, we will actually go through the same thing, which is Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakyam Atmani Vedanam Sakyam Atmani Vedanam. The 9 processes of bhakti. These are 9 limbs or angas. The limbs of bhakti are hearing about the Lord. You have to listen to Harikatha. You have to listen to all the pastimes and leelas, what Krishna has really done. The whole Srimad Bhagavatam has so many about this. And then you have to chant his holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Because if you have really taken initiation under a guru, that guru would have given this many rounds you have to do, and then he will actually keep on increasing. Okay, so remembering, then serving his lotus feet. Lotus feet as what? As a deity you start, then after that you will actually do Manasa Seva. So Manasa Seva means using your mind. You really, to serve the Lord. You can actually build a temple in your heart, and the Lord will manifest. So serving his lotus feet and worshipping, offering prayers, and being a servant, and being very dear to him, and offer one's soul to the Lord. If you see that, this really goes in a progressive way. You start with hearing, then chanting, and keep on. Then basically you will have everything, but it starts with hearing, and finally it will end with offering everything to the whole soul to the Lord. So that is what is actually bhakti that we are talking about. Okay, so now to end our session, I would like to call Yashika to really sing a bhajan. So this is actually a classical bhajan.
Krishna, Krishna, begane baro. Krishna ni begane baro. Krishna ni begane baro. Krishna ni begane baro baro baro. Krishna ni begane baro. Begane baro mukhavane toro. Begane baro mukhavane toro. Begane baro mukhavane toro. Begane baro mukhavane toro. Krishna ni begane baro. Krishna ni begane baro. Kashi Pitambara Kayale Kolelu. Kashi Pitambara Kayale Kolelu. Mayolo Posida Shrigandha Gama Gama. Mayolo Posida Shrigandha Gama Gama. Krishna ni begane baro. कृष्ण ನೀ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ ಕಳಲಾಡಿಗೆ ಗೆಜ್ಜೆ ಇಲ್ಲದ ಬಾಹುಲಿ ಕಳಲಾಡಿಗೆ ಗೆಜ್ಜೆ ಇಲ್ಲದ ಬಾಹುಲಿ ನೀಲವನನೆ ನಟ್ಯ ಅದೋರ್ತ ಬಾರೋ ನೀಲವನನೆ ನಾಟ್ಯ ಅದೋರ್ತ ಬಾರೋ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ನೀ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ನೀ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ ಉಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಉಡಿಗೆಜ್ಜೆ ಬಿರಾಲಲ್ಲಿ ಉಂಗುರ ಉಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಉಡಿಗೆಜ್ಜೆ ಬಿರಾಲಲ್ಲಿ ಉಂಗುರ ಕೊರಳೋಲು ಹಾಕಿದ ವೈಜಯಂತಿ ಮಾಲಾ ಕೊರಳೋಲು ಹಾಕಿದ ವೈಜಯಂತಿ ಮಾಲಾ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ನೀ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ನೀ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ ತಾಯಿಗೆ ಬಾಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಜ್ಜಗವನ್ನೇ ತೋರಿದ ತಾಯಿಗೆ ಬಾಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಜ್ಜಗವನ್ನೇ ತೋರಿದ ಜಗದೋದ್ಧಾರಕ ನಮ್ಮ ಉಡುಪಿಯ ಶ್ರೀ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಜಗದೋದ್ಧಾರಕ ನಮ್ಮ ಉಡುಪಿಯ ಶ್ರೀ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ನೀ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ನೀ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ನೀ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ 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 ಕೃಷ್ಣ ನೀ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಕೃಷ್ಣ